Today's video is gonna be, I haven't figured out the name yet, but I got inspired to do this video because the Sephora sale is coming. If you're not familiar with that, Sephora has a sale every year in April where regular members, like people that even if it's the first time you go to the store, you get 10% off, and then BIV members and BIV ROUGE get 15% off. So I hope that if you're gonna go to the sale, this video helps you. Especially, I think this video is targeted to people who are going to Sephora for the first time ever. I know the first time I went to Sephora, it's kind of overwhelming because there are so many choices. So this is kind of my must-have from Sephora. So the first thing I think you need, even if it's expensive and people are like, oh, that's too expensive for just a sponge, you need a beauty blender. This is new. I'm showing you my new one because my regular everyday one is too dirty and I'm too embarrassed to show. This is my backup beauty blender, and this is $20 at Sephora. If you don't have the patience to find this online cheaper or whatever, buy it. Pay the $20, it's worth it. If you take care of this thing, this will last you a year and you will use it every day. Once you get into the beauty blender world, you're not gonna look back. You need this. The next product I think is a must-have. It's an eyeshadow palette. Eyeshadow palettes are just amazing when you get them from high-end brands. I just did a video about a drugstore palette that I think is very good, but to be honest, nothing will compare to a high-end palette. And the one that I will recommend the most from Sephora is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. This palette has everything. Has neutrals, but it also has like colors, like this color right here that is different. This one is really different that you will find. It even has some green in it. You have your basic like highlighter and like beige tones. A great palette. Definitely check it out. The third product I would recommend from Sephora, it's a blush. Blush at the drugstore, I feel that it's hard to find, especially if you like good blush. Every time I get a blush from the drugstore, I feel like they're either too shimmery. Like for example, it's so hard to find a matte blush at the drugstore, and I feel like they don't blend nicely. I feel like they're hard to work with, and I'm very picky with blushes. And when I got a high-end blush, I realized, you know what, blushes can be pretty. Blushes can look nice, and I never found that at the drugstore. So I would recommend invest in a blush at Sephora. And in that department, you have so many options. Nars has amazing blushes. I have one, but it's not my favorite one. I have the Orgasm one. I know some people love this blush. It's not my favorite. Find a blush that you will love and will use every day, because they're gonna be about $30 and you're gonna pay a lot of money. So definitely make sure you're gonna love it. For me, it's Dallas. That's my go-to blush. If I don't want to think about it, I'll put this one on. So if you can find, I think Tarte has amazing ones too, that are neutral ones, or if you want more pink ones, definitely check Tarte as well. So, and of course Benefit has other boxes like this that are blushes that are great. So I will recommend Nars, Benefit, or Tarte, those three. The next product I think you need from Sephora is a primer. I think high-end brands were the first one to came up with primers, and I don't think the drugstore has good enough primers just yet. They have primers already, but I don't think they compare to the high-end ones. So if you think you need a primer, get it at Sephora. The one that I feel like it's one of the most popular ones, it's the Porefessional, and I think it's for good reason. If you have large pores, Definitely get your hands on this. It's very, very good. You can seriously instantly see how your pores disappear. You put it and then they just get blurred and you get just such a smooth face to put on your foundation. I really like this one. If you have dry skin, you might want to invest on a more like hydrating primer. Like I just got this one from Too Faced. I think it's 32 bucks. So sure, if you want a primer and you want a good primer, get one at Sephora. I definitely recommend the Porefessional. This one I just got. Just think this is gonna be amazing. The one I use for every day is by Pure Minerals, and I don't think Sephora carries Pure Minerals. So that's why I'm not talking about that one. But yeah. Okay. The next product I think you need to invest in if you like this sort of product, it's a highlighter. Specifically a Becca highlighter. I'm a huge fan of Becca highlighters, and of course this is so pretty. This is Opal. You see that? This is expensive. This was 38 bucks for just a highlighter. If you like highlighters, if you want a good highlighter, get the Becca one. I think it's amazing. I think people rave about those highlighters for a reason. I have been trying to find drugstore highlighters, but they're good. I mean, they're okay. I'm so in love with this product that I cannot do a Sephora must-haves without talking about this highlighter. But I think something that I like even better than this is the pressed version of Opal, are the Shimmering Skin Perfectors liquid ones. I don't know how they're called. Those three came on in a set around Christmas, and they lasted for a couple of months at the stores, but I don't see them anymore. So I think they were limited edition, and I'm so sad that they were limited edition. They were so good. This little trio was 25 bucks. Just let me switch this one. This is the one I'm wearing today in my face. This is the shade Champagne Gold. Glowing. It's more of a glowing from within product. This is like I have highlighter on. Like, yes. So I think I like those ones better. But I think this is my everyday highlighter. This is my nighttime highlighter. It's so hard to pick. That will conclude my products you must have from Sephora. Products that I don't think you need to run to Sephora and get them. You can get good enough products somewhere else. Are mascaras, for sure. Concealers, the drugstore has amazing concealers. Powders, any sort of powder to set up your face. I don't think you need to foundations, and that's probably gonna be a controversial one. My favorite foundations are from the drugstore. I have 2 or 3 high-end foundations, and I'm not crazy about them. I haven't found my holy grail high-end foundation, so I cannot tell you go and buy one, because I don't know, I feel like the drugstore has very good ones. Bronzers, you can already find pretty amazing bronzers at the drugstore. I don't think you... That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you next time.